EastMojo's daily evening news bulletin update. I'm your host Simran Bajaj, and I'll be giving you updates from Assam and Mizoram. We're being joined by our state correspondents. We have Mangamla Salikapai from Manipur, Chandan Pandey from Tripura, Medolino Ambrosia from Nagaland, Irani Sonowal Lepcha from Arunachal Pradesh, and Princess Giri Rashid from Meghalaya. So let's start today's show. First of all, let's head to our correspondent, Sally from Manipur. And Sally, can you start off with the COVID-19 updates?
Sure. Thank you so much, and a very good evening to our viewers. Well, we haven't received the latest last 24 hours update for COVID-19, but let me update of yesterday's COVID-19 new fresh cases. So 125 fresh cases were detected yesterday, out of which only 2 are from the security personnel, and the remaining 123 are not the returnees, but they are in fact the locals who do not have a travel history are being tested positive. So the fresh cases from the locals were detected from Imphal West yesterday with 40 new cases, Imphal East reported with 18 new cases, Taupal with 14, Bishnupur 17 cases, Churachandpur another 28 new fresh cases with no travel history. Kakching has got 5 more new cases, and Chandel got. All these 123 locals do not have a travel history. So this is the new concern when it comes to the health crisis that's happening in Manipur right now. Now, along with the new fresh cases, another 157 infected person who had earlier detected with COVID-19 had recovered and being discharged from various COVID care centers in the state. So the recovery rate in the state stands at 70.80. This is the current recovery rate for COVID-19 in the state. Now, the total confirmed cases in Manipur so far recorded 6,507, out of which 4,905 are from the general populations and 1,602 are the security personnel. They are from the Central Armed Police Force. And the total recovered case in Manipur now has gone up to 4,607 and 1,871. These are the remaining active cases. So out of these active cases, 1,218 are from the general populations and 653 are the security forces. So this is the latest update for COVID-19 in the state. But regarding, we had also mentioned yesterday that the unlock has already opened in Manipur. So a lot of relaxation has been happening when it comes to the vehicular movement of in the district, as well as the interstate movement have already allowed outside the curfew. So the curfew started by 5 p.m. In the evening till 6 a.m. So normally from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. there is activities happening in terms of the retail shops, as well as some of the few markets have already started opening up in the state. So this is the latest update when it comes to COVID-19 as well as the lockdown happening in Manipur. Simran.
Thank you for that COVID update, Sally. And in another news that has created a huge hue and cry in the state, a minor girl was raped by her boyfriends and his friends, and she subsequently died after that. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, the Simran. It's very unfortunate that, yes, the incident happened, in fact, on the Tuesday evening, but it got highlighted on social media yesterday only. So the 16-year-old minor girl from, Imphal West district, the actual rape incident was happened somewhere in Kakching district. So yesterday, some of the locals from the Kakching during the early morning work, they discovered, in fact, they discovered the motionless body of this victim, and Imphal. So So she was undergoing treatment since yesterday, but unfortunately, this early mornings, according to the health department, she passed away around 2:05 a.m. That is in early morning due to the acute respiratory distress syndrome after near drowning. So, which means after the alleged sexual assault that happened on Tuesday night, this specific victim was thrown away by her boyfriends along with four other perpetrators. So after the incident happened yesterday, irate mob along with the family members of the victims, stormed at the boyfriend's locality. In fact, the boyfriend's residence at in the in the district itself, Mayang Imphal. The incident actually happens under the jurisdiction of Mayang Lekai police station. So the irate mob literally stormed at the one of the main culprits, the boyfriend's house, and then they torched his house. So, as per the report, we haven't received the official statement, but as per the report, the boyfriend had, voluntarily yesterday came at a police station and then surrendered. However, the four other perpetrators who involved in this alleged gang rape are still absconding and the police are still in search for it. So yes, it's unfortunate that the victim had passed away this morning, and a lot of public have already raised and condemned the specific incident, and especially the Muslim women wing of the state and the Muslim Council Manipur have already submitted a memorandum to the state government in order to trace down these perpetrators and be punished according to the law. So this is the latest incident, and it's a very unfortunate incident that happens today. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Sally. In fact, it is indeed a very unfortunate incident, and we hope that the victim gets justice. And moving on, let me give our viewers the latest updates from Assam. So, in the latest updates, let's talk about the COVID-19 updates from Assam. So, yesterday, the state recorded 3,555 new cases of COVID 19 infection, and 1,834 people were cured and discharged. And the state recorded 8 new COVID related fatality. And with that, the figures in the state stands at 1,15,279 total reported cases of COVID-19 infections. 88,726 people have been cured and discharged. 26,227 remain as active COVID-19 patients. The state has recorded 323 COVID-19 related fatality, and 3 people have migrated to other states. Now, when we talk about yesterday's new cases, so the 3,555 new cases that were detected were out of 47,744 COVID-19 tests conducted. And with that, the positivity rate in the state still remains high. It's at 7.44%. The positivity rate should ideally remain below 5%, and that's the good number. Currently, out of 100 people who are getting tested, 7.44 are coming out to be positive. That's what the positivity rate means. And to beat COVID 19, the positivity rate must remain 5 or below that. And among the districts, how they're faring. So, yesterday, Kamrup Metro recorded almost 1,000 new cases of COVID 19 infection. So, 924 cases were from Kamrup Metro district, 236 from Nagaon, 213 from Dibrugarh, and 200 from Askat district. So, that's the update that we have. And now let's head on to a correspondent from Tripura. So, Chandan, can you please give us the COVID updates?
Yes, Simran. Thank you so much. To inform you about the COVID updates, Tripura has reported a total of 588 COVID-19 positive cases in the last 48 hours. So, for 24 hours. So, as we were talking about the number increasing in Tripura, we have seen the same in the third day consecutively. Tripura has reported more than 500 positive cases. So, with this, the total number of COVID-19 positive cases in the state now stands at 13,309. So, it has crossed the mark of 13,000. And also to inform you that right now in Tripura, the total number of active cases stands at 5,130, while the number of recovered cases in the state now stands at 8,033. The number of COVID-related death has further increased with 8 more COVID-19 related deaths in last 24 hours, and now it stands at 126, while the number of patients who have migrated from the state, it now stands at 20. Uh, and just to inform you that in last few days, West District has been reporting a number of COVID-19 positive cases. Yesterday, there was a total of 4,617 samples tested across the state, and out of that, a total of 588, which is the highest single day spike in the state. So it was reported. This includes 238 samples from the West District of Tripura, while the least number of positive cases was reported from North District, which shares its border with Assam. So from there, it got 34 positive cases. From Unakoti, it got 40 positive cases. From Dhalai district, it got 95 positive. From Khowai, we got 31 positive. From Sipahi Jalao, we got 51 district. From Gomti, we got 46. And from South district, we got 50. And just to inform that of that 8 patients who succumbed to this virus yesterday, this includes 5% from West district. So as we've been talking about, like 126 persons have died so far fighting this COVID-19 virus, and this includes more than 70% from West District. So the way the trend is going on in Tripura, specifically in West District, there's no doubt that this virus has spread like anything in the West District of Tripura. And there are chances that in the coming days, West District will report more number of cases since the numbers are increasing, and every day we are getting more than 500 cases. And just to give information on the test per million and the number of samples being tested in Tripura, Tripura has so far collected a total of 280,582 samples. Of this total samples collected, Tripura has tested 279,537 samples. And just to inform, the test per million now in Tripura has further increased, and now it stands at 9,926, while the fatality rate now has increased and it stands at 0.98%. So we are just about to touch the 1% mark, and probably Tripura will be the only state to cross the 1% mark in the Northeast. And Tripura also holds the second position in the number of confirmed cases. So the number of the positive rate in Tripura now stands at 4.55, which is just 0.45 below the safe zone which you have just mentioned. Also to tell you that recently there was a meeting, I have said this again and again. They said that Tripura's positive rate, although it stands around 4.5 per day, but as a whole, if we count it, it is somewhere around 9 to 10. It is between 9 to 10. And once it crosses the 10% mark, it will get out of control from the government's hand, and they will not be able to control it. Also to inform our viewers that last evening, Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev, who also happens to be the Health Minister of the state, he visited Agartala Government Medical College, which has the COVID ward, the only COVID ward hospital in our state, where around 230 patients are being treated in 120 bed capacity hospital. So he reviewed all the situation there. He had a meeting, he had a discussion with all the physical doctors, experts, and health workers who are working from Group C to Group A. All the officers were present in the conference hall where they expressed their concern. They discussed one-on-one with the Chief Minister. Chief Minister also said that no delay in providing treatment to the public would be allowed by the government, and action will be taken against anyone found doing irresponsible work. And he also said that the government is providing everything they require, but there are a section of people, section of officials, to be say rather, they are not giving their 100%, due to which the number are increasing in the state. He had a meeting for more than 2 long hours there with the officials, and then he said he could have done that meeting in his official secretariat, but he wanted to visit the hospital himself so that he can take a ground report from them. And he found a number of misdoings by the officials. He spoke with them, although half of the discussion was done in front of the media, but later on what happened off camera inside the closed door, this is something we have to find out. But the way he spoke with the officials, it was quite clear that he's not going to tolerate any misdoing by the officials there. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Chandan. And in another news that's coming up, That is, that Sikkim and Tripura are among the top 10 states with the highest suicide cases in India in 2019. This is as per the new NCRB report. So, can you tell us more about that and the government's reaction to that?
Yes, Simran. So, according to the NCRB report published just a few days back, it says that Sikkim and Tripura, these two states from the northeastern region, holds in the top 10 list, where Sikkim is in second position and Tripura is at seventh position. And the list is topped by Andaman and Nicobar, which holds a total of 45.5% of total suicide case. In whole of India. Just to give a breakup in the whatever happened in the northeastern region in 2019, Tripura has reported a total of 728 suicide cases, which is that's why Tripura is in the seventh position. While Sikkim, having a very less population in the state, they have reported 220 cases, and in the state of Arunachal Pradesh has reported a total of 112 suicide cases. Nagaland has reported the least with 41 suicide case, with Manipur has reported 58 suicide case, Mizoram with 70, and Assam has reported, although they have a large population, so they have reported a total of 2,370 suicide case. So this also includes a number of this includes all type of suicide cases. When we do topics on suicide, there are a lot of discussion we should cover it or not. But according to the NCRB, there are a number of reasons due to which the suicide cases are being witnessed across the nation. And all these things can be addressed by the family members, by the close members who know each other. Because a person who does who dies of suicide, he most of the time he develops symptoms or like activities by his act, by self-isolating. He gives the indication that he's not doing good and there are something going on in his mind. So if we follow closely anybody who's with us and he's self-isolating him or he's under depression, we must speak with him or her and try to consolate her and try to speak with her if there's anything wrong. So that way that can be solved. And just to inform that Sikkim has a suicide rate of 33.1%, holding the second position. Tripura has a total of 18.2%. And with these two states have got its place in the top 10 list in India, and whereas the national average stands at 10%. So there is something the government of both the states, Sikkim and Tripura, need to focus upon, because the national average is 10%, whereas Sikkim has 33.1%, while Tripura has 18.2. Also to tell you, from 2018, there is a huge spike in the number of cases in both the states. So this is something concerning. Even the Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev earlier in 2018, he gave a data in the Tripura Legislative Assembly where he said that the number of suicide cases is increasing in the state and that has to be addressed. However, so far there is no such action taken by the government. Although a month back there was a helpline number introduced by the Education Department to be very specific for those students who are not able to attend online classes, or if they're going through any kind of mental trauma or any pressure, they can talk with them. The experts will help them to overcome this hard time, the testing time. They also have psychiatrists and expert doctors in that education department who will be speaking with the students. So this way the government is taking measures. However, in the long run, we have to address this matter, because more than 700, 800 people are dying of suicide. So this is something the government needs to be worried about. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Chandar. In fact, suicide rates are a matter of concern, and the governments and the society in large must work together to formulate a plan or some kind of plan of action, or helpline numbers, so that such cases can be prevented. And now let's head to our correspondent from Arunachal Pradesh. So, Irani, can you please give us the latest updates from the state?
Yeah, hi Simran. So if we talk about the COVID-19 updates from the state, looking into the data which was provided by the health department yesterday at around 9 p.m., we can see that the state has 1,278 active cases so far, whereas 3,075 people have already recovered. With 7 deaths, the tally stands at 4,360. And yeah, when we are talking about the COVID-19 update from the state, I would also like to mention about an incident. That is a party which was held on last Saturday in West Young district of United States. And exactly the place where the party happened is Alo. Alo is the district headquarters of West Young district. And a DJ night was organized wherein most of the people who were present at the DJ night were from the Canara Bank. And, I mean, they were the employees of Canara Bank and also the localites of Alo town. So reports reveal that near about 13 people have been tested positive for COVID-19. Out of 46 people, those who were present on Saturday in that DJ night. And so far, we have also, we have received, EastMojo has received a press release from the district administration of Westian, where they have said that there was no prior, permission, it was taken by the organizers from the district administration, so they didn't know anything about the DJ night. And as of now, the Humgo Rigo Resort has been banned, and Cozy Resort has been declared as containment zone after 5 workers of the resort has been tested COVID-19 positive. And moreover, an FIR has been lodged against the organizers, and through magisterial and police inquiry will be made and actions will be initiated as per the report. Uh, this is this has been mentioned in the press release, and the DC has also, initiated CRPC 144 restricting the movement of people and vehicle. Uh, just the health workers and doctors who are, busy with the contact tracing can only move as of now. And the DC Alo has also said that this Pungo Resort and the Cozy Resort are not inside the Alo town, but it is in the outskirts of Alo. Simran.
Thank you for that update, Irani. In fact, that DJ party amid the pandemic is quite the cause of concern. Let's hope that whoever is responsible behind that or whatever procedures are required, the government takes care of it. And in another news from Arunachal, there's again news of non-violent face-off between Indian and Chinese troops. So, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, today in the morning hours, Mr. Tapil Rao, which is the Member of Parliament from Eastern Arunachal, informed East Mojo that there was a non-violent face-off, not one, but several non-violent face-offs between Indian Army and the Chinese PLA, especially in the eastern part, that is in the Diwang Valley district of Arunachal Pradesh. And if you talk about the exact location, that is Andhra Thong area, which is nearby the Umbrella Valley, which is in the news, making headlines since last year, because we have even East Mojo has reported about an incident about not a violent phase of last year and a non-violent phase of this year in the month of June. So Andhra Tong is about 10 kilometers from Andrela Pass, and this member of parliament has been very vocal and has been talking about Chinese troops incursions in the Indian territory. But as of now, we couldn't see any such actions by the uh, Indian government. And let's see what's happened, because we are already we are seeing what's happening in the Ladakh region of India. And yeah, and I would also like to mention that one more letter, a letter from Deputy Commandant Operations SSB Tejpur is making rounds in social media. And when we have the reports of non-violent face-off in Arunachal, we also have a letter which is making rounds in social media. And in that letter, it's mentioned that keeping in view of the volatile situation along the Indo-China border, manpower needs to be augmented along with authorized weaponry and control stores. So in that letter, we have also seen that the uh, you know, uh, the DIG sorry, the deputy commandant operations has written to many commandants in the area, that is Lalpul, Bhairapkunda, Shergaon, Dirang, Tawang, which comes under Arunachal Pradesh, and they have asked the commandant in these areas to get ready for movement if there is any, if there is any movement seen in the border area. So please be ready. So this letter meant that, and maybe we'll see something really positive, but not violent ones. I hope that Indian government and the Chinese government will come to a conclusion, uh, not uh, through a war, but through talks. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Irani. And now I would like to give our viewers the latest updates from Mizoram. So we haven't gotten the evening bulletin update, so we have the morning update. And as per that, 20 new cases of COVID-19 has emerged from Mizoram, and with that, the state's total tally, stands at 1,040, of which 651 have been cured and discharged, and 389 remain as active COVID-19 cases in Mizoram. Two people have migrated to other states from Mizoram, and so far, Mizoram has been lucky enough and not reported a single COVID-19 case. Sorry, a single COVID-19 death. So that's the update that we have from Mizoram. And now let's head to our correspondent from Nagaland. So, Meadow, can you please give us the updates, the COVID-19 updates?
Well, thank you, Simran. So, first of all, going to start off with the new cases that have been reported here in the state of Nagaland. So, today we've seen that 49 new cases have been detected. Now, among the new cases that have been detected, most cases are from a person's true trace contacts and from the armed forces. So, a breakout shows that out of the total of 49 that has been detected, 19 are persons true trace contacts, and among them, 14 are from Kohima and four are from Dimapur and one is from Mon. Now, a total of 18 armed force personnel also tested positive, and more the majority here in the armed forces, which is 15 of them are from Dimapur, and the rest, three of them are from Kohima. We've also seen that six frontline workers in the state has tested positive today, and among them, five are from Dimapur and one is from Kohima, and the remaining six cases are returnees, and all these returnees who tested positive today are all from Kohima. So a total of 49 new cases have been detected here today, and this has taken our state's tally to 4,066. However, Simran, the state also reported another 101 new recovered cases of COVID-19, which means COVID-19 patients have recovered from the disease today, and this has increased the number of recovered cases here in the state. Nagaland Health Minister, in fact, took to Twitter to inform that out of the 101 that have recovered, 86 are from Kohima, 10 are from Sunheboto, 4 are from Dimapur, and 1 is from Longland. So, with the addition of the new recovered cases and the addition of the new cases, the state's tally is, although is at 4,066, the recovered cases is at 3,314. So, the active case is at 733, and we see that the recovery rate in the state is high and has increased as compared to yesterday. It was at 79.99% yesterday. Today, we've seen that with 101 persons recovering, the recovery rate has in fact increased to 81.51%. Also, the state has, reported 8 confirmed deaths of COVID-19 here in the state. We have just received the latest update from the Department of the Health and Family Welfare, and the update that they have given us shows that earlier there used to be one death which is COVID-19 positive, but not due to COVID-19. But as per the update, the official update today, now two deaths are COVID-19 positive, but not COVID-19 related deaths. So there are 10 deaths, where 8 are confirmed and 2 are not COVID-19 related death. Also, we have received the information that 5 more deaths are under investigation, which means a total of 15 deaths, although 8 are confirmed to be COVID-19. And all these deaths that are being reported here in the state are all from Dimapur. So far, the mortality rate in the state is concerned. It is at 0.21%. And, Simran, with the addition of this one that which is not which is COVID-19 positive but not confirmed as due to COVID-19, the active case has dropped to 732 from 733. So that's out of the total of 4,066, and out of the overall, majority, I mean, a huge number are from the armed forces. That's about 43% of them, and it is with a total of 1,726 from the armed force. And among the returnees, there are 1,278, comprising of 31%. And um, as trace contacts, persons through trace contacts are also increasing. We've seen that there's an increase to 19%, and a total of 765 tested positive. And so far, frontline workers are concerned. A total of 297 frontline workers here in Nagaland tested positive. So far, this is in regard to the COVID updates from Nagaland. Simran.
Thank you so much for that COVID update, Meadow. And in another news from Nagaland, Assam Rifles and Nagaland Police has bust an illegal bottling plant in Dimapur. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, Simran. So yesterday, the Assam Rifles and the state police, in a joint operation, they have raided one of the illegal liquor bottling plant in Dimapur. So this plant happens to be at the 7th mile in Dimapur, and the person is a resident of the 6th mile. So one person was arrested in this connection. The official update that we've received from the PRO of the AIGAR North, Colonel Sanjeev Sethi, say that a 36-year-old was arrested in this regard, who happens, like I mentioned, is a resident of the 6th mile. Now, as they launched this joint operation, they have also made recoveries in this regard. Besides the bottling plant, they have made a recovery of 98 Burmatics and a total of 107 cases of rum and other packing materials were also recovered. So far, this comes as a big development here in the state, because Nagaland currently is under the Nagaland Liquor Total Prohibition Act of 1989, which means that totally prohibits the possession or the sale of consumption or the manufacture of liquor, the import and export here in the state of Nagaland. So this comes as a huge development. And besides this, time and again, the Assam Rifles and the state police has jointly been recovering illegal IMFL products, liquor products, and in this case also in two separate cases, one on the same day yesterday and one the day before. Two persons have also been arrested. Detailed reports are up on our websites, on our website at EastMojo, and I request our viewers to also go check for the detailed reports. We've also attached pictures from the incident up with the reports. So far, this is also in connection with the busting of the bottling plant at Dimapur. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Meadow. And now let's head to our correspondent from Meghalaya. So, Princess, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Meghalaya government will be holding the UGC exams. So, can you tell us more about the schedule and reactions?
Very good evening, Simran. Yes, definitely. The Meghalaya government has decided, following the Supreme Court's order, upholding the order of the UGC to conduct the exams of the UGC examinations in the month of September before the 30th of September. So likewise, the Meghalaya government, in their review meeting that was held earlier, they have decided to carry out the UGC examinations in the state of Meghalaya. And the dates for these examinations will be from the 7th of October till the 16th of October. And the dates for these examination would be on the 7th of October, 9th of October, 12th, 14th and 16th. So these are the following dates that the exams would be held. And also, apart from these examinations, what they've decided is that the mode of examinations would be online and offline. So this would also, give a kind of ease the burden that students might face for those students who might be coming from other states, because the government has informed us, for the undergraduate courses, they have like over 22 students, and out of this 22, 19,000 students are from the state of Meghalaya, while 3,000 are from outside the state. So these 3,000, I can either can opt for online, and what they can do is that they don't have to travel back to Meghalaya or search go looking for accommodation, or just to be let it be hassle free for the students. So this is the decision. And whereas for PG courses, they have to give the exams would be held only through online. That is the decision that was made. And apart from the examinations that they've decided, because this was in consultation with the Northeastern Hills University here in the state of Meghalaya. It was after the discussion with the authorities. The Education Minister of Meghalaya, that is Lakman Rimboy, he had a conversation with EastMojo yesterday, and he informed that this was taken up during the review meeting, and hence they have decided to carry out the exams, ensuring that it is carried out in the next month, that is October. This will also give time for the students to physically to mentally get prepared for the exams, and also give the authorities ample of time to set up the arrangements for the students if they have to give the exams by online or offline. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update on the examinations, Princess. And meanwhile, can you also give us the latest COVID-19 updates from Meghalaya?
Surely, for the COVID updates that we have, the total active cases as of today is 1,186 cases that are there in the state of Meghalaya, whereas the recovered cases stands at 1,318. And the total deaths right now in the state has now risen to 13. And remember that on EastMojo yesterday, we had reported a case where another 72-year-old had succumbed to the virus. And this patient, who had comorbidities issue, also he had succumbed to the virus, and also he was tested positive for COVID-19, and he was admitted to Nigram's hospital, brought to the emergency room, and following that, the patient had succumbed to COVID-19. Simran.
Thank you so much for that information, Princess. And with that, we come to an end for today's show. I would like to thank all our viewers for supporting us and watching us from Monday to Friday. It's My Report by EastMojo.com. All the stories that we have discussed are already live on our website. You can log on to www.eastmojo.com and read all the stories. And if you have any ideas and suggestions, please write to us at editor@eastmojo.com. Or we also have a very active fact-checking team. So if you come across any piece of information, any photo or any video which seems fishy to you, please send it across again through our email, that is editor@eastmojo.com. Or you can also send it through our Facebook page, and we will definitely fact check the information that you've provided us and get back to you whether it's true or fake. And please stay connected with us through Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and that's it. So this is Simran Bajaj signing off for today.